They set for a pretrial, and Mr. Cripps, how would you like to move forward with your client this morning?
Your Honor, in consultation with Assistant City Attorney Sydney Rogers, she agreed to offer a reduced charge of impaired driving, and Mr. Johnson wishes to take advantage of that and enter a guilty plea.
Is that correct, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you have an opportunity to speak to your attorney, Mr. Cripps, about your rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
You understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're waiving that right, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and Attorney Cripps, for purposes of the plea, do you want me to the factual basis to be based off of what the offer is, or the original count?
Either way is fine, Your Honor. Might as well.
Okay. And I ask that because it's a little difficult to do visibly impaired sometimes.
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Johnson, I'd like to bring your attention to July 14, 2019, around 7:59 p.m. Area 7 Mile in Braille in the city of Detroit. What type of vehicle were you operating?
Malibu. What was the name? Yeah, the Malibu.
Okay. And on that day, time, and other location, were you operating while intoxicated?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there stipulations to BAC of 0.15?
Yes, Your Honor, there is.
Okay, so I will accept your guilty plea, Mr. Johnson, and make the amendment as discussed to operating while visibly impaired. Okay, satisfied, counsel?
Defense is satisfied, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, and for purposes of sentencing, we're at about 6 weeks out. Mr. Johnson is going to have to call probation to set up a date to be screened. It'll be via Zoom, and we'll set. What date? October. Okay. Does October 29th work for you, Mr. Cripps?
Yes, it does, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's a great date.
Okay. So it'll be at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Excellent.
And Mr. Johnson, just stay on the call, and then we'll get the number for probation for you so that you can call in to schedule the screening, okay? So don't hang up. We have to get the correct number to probation, the direct line, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Cripps?
No, Judge, I just enjoy appearing in front of you. Thank you. It's good to see you.
Good seeing you too. Have a good rest of your day.
You too, Judge. Thank you.
Thanks. What's the probation number?
965.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the number to call is 313-965-3418. And tell them that you need to schedule a screening for sentencing. They'll know what you're talking about.
A screen for what?
For your sentencing.
Oh, okay.
You have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you are all set. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and Mr. Ferry, I'm going to put you in one more person to handle Mr. Royal's client.
No problem.
Okay. Let's do, is Mr. Lawrence James now available? I know you didn't respond before.
Larry Jones.
No, Larry James. Actually, it's Lawrence James. Is there a Lawrence James? With the hat on? Okay. Go ahead and unmute your phone, Mr. James.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, I'm going to put you into a breakout room to speak to your attorney today, Mr. Ferry, about your case, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So the offer will be for failure to display and the remaining three counts to be dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. So Mr. James, go ahead and just accept the invitation when it pops up, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, back to you, Mr. Royal. Let's get you out of here. And you only have one client, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, Jeremy Johnson.
Okay. All right, calling case U 563-06420, the people versus Jeremy Johnson. One count of using a loudspeaker without permission or unreasonable noise. Appearance?
May it please the court, John Royal, bar number P27800, appearing on behalf of Jeremy Johnson as part of the Detroit Coordinated Legal Defense Coalition, providing legal representation for arrested Black Lives Matter protesters. At this time, I've discussed the possibility of settlement with Mr. Johnson. We do not wish to settle the case at this time. We will be filing a motion to dismiss. We're asking for a motion hearing of October 1st or sometime thereafter, which that's convenient with the court.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, can you state your name for the record, please? Say that one more time, I didn't hear you. Something's going on with your audio. I can hear you a little bit, we didn't need your name. You could just say it one more time. Try now, Mr. Johnson. While we're waiting on Mr. Johnson's audio, Attorney Royal, does the date of October 6th work for a motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How about we schedule the motion at 9 o'clock so we can clear out some of the matters at 8:30, so you won't have to wait.
9 o'clock, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
And Mr. Johnson, how about now, if you try to say something? So I just put on the record, Mr. Jeremy Johnson is present and on Zoom, but it was a little bit unclear as far as audio, but he's identified as Jeremy Johnson on the call. So Mr. Johnson, we have you scheduled for a motion hearing with your attorney on October 6th at 9 o'clock. So all I need is a thumbs up, Mr. Johnson, that you heard what I had to say as far as your motion date. I don't think he can hear it. Okay. Attorney Royal, can you make sure he knows about his date? That's all.
I will make sure he's notified and fully aware of everything the court said.
Okay, thank you. Anything
Thank you,
else?
Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Just your raise per roll. Sure. Are you ready? 360 332 0000. You're welcome.
Marcus Johnson. Mr. Marcus Johnson, can you unmute your phone? Go ahead, there we go. Good morning.
Hello, can you hear me?
Barely.
Can you hear me? Good morning, Turner.
I'm gonna put you in next to speak to Attorney Ferry about your case, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Ferry, I'm gonna put you in with Mr. Marcus Johnson.
Let's see. Okay, I have him. Yes, Your Honor.
And the offer is for failure to display.
And they'll dismiss the insurance, Your Honor?
Correct. Yep.
Thank you. Is there a Deandra Jackson on the call?
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. This is Corporal Sarah. That should be my case. I didn't see him logged in.
Yeah, good morning. I was trying to get you out of here, but that person hasn't checked in, so what time is it now? It's 8:59, so at 9:05, the person hasn't checked in, we're gonna do a reschedule. Just so you know, soon we will be, issuing warrants. But right now, because people are trying to get accustomed to Zoom and what's going on with the pandemic, we're rescheduling. But eventually,
Okay.
we're gonna be issuing warrants soon.
Okay, sounds good. I understand, Your Honor.
Okay, so I guess, hang on for 5 more minutes, maybe, he'll check in, maybe not.
All righty, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. So the gentleman with the Galaxy A21, can you please state your name with the black t-shirt on? You gotta unmute your phone.
Damon Fenderson.
Say it one more time.
Damon Fenderson.
Fenderson. There we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I have you identified now. I'm gonna put you back on mute until it's time for you to speak to the attorney, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see who else. Jarrell P. Whoever's phone says Jarrell P, can you unmute your phone?
Yes,
What's your name?
Jarrell Perryman.
Can you speak clearly? I can't understand what you're saying.
Jarrell Perryman.
Mr. Perry, you said Perry or Perryman?
Perryman.
Okay, you're in the wrong courtroom. I'm gonna give you a little advice. When you call into the right courtroom, take your hat off.
Okay.
Who does P? Kristen White? Nope, that's fine. And also the stocking cap or do-rag. It's not gonna make it any better. So you need to go to Nancy Blount's courtroom.
Nancy Bluff.
Yep. And her number to call into is 360
Uh-huh.
440
Uh-huh.
0000.
Okay, thank you.
Now, before you hang up, let me double check, because make sure it's one of those. It's not weird for me. It is one of those. So it's actually, scratch that number. She has a different courtroom, it's 360
Uh-huh.
360
360
0440.
0440.
So go ahead and call in there and check in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one. Okay, Mr. Barry, let's get some of these people out of here.
Sure.
So let's start with Mr. Anthony Flagg.
Your Honor, okay, I believe we're ready to do that. But, Your Honor,
Oh, right, we need to print out as far as his other stuff, right?
well, I did receive a printout. I'm gonna probably need a breakout room just to explain to Mr. Flagg what's going on.
Okay. Mr. Flagg, I'm gonna put you back in to speak to Attorney Ferry, okay? Mr. Flagg, are you unmuted? There you go. So go ahead back into the breakout room so you can
Okay.
explain some things about your case, okay?
Yeah, it shouldn't take long, Judge. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, and to the gentleman with the Galaxy A10e with the white shirt on and the chain.
Yes, good morning. Larry Jones.
Larry Jones. Okay, putting you back on mute, and when it's your turn, I will call your name for you to speak to an attorney, okay?
All right, thank you.
You are welcome. See that? Okay, and to the Black Lives Matter gentleman, the Aristo 4 Plus, can you unmute your phone? That's Mr. Faulkner?
Yeah.
Yeah or yes?
Yeah.
Okay, your audio's a little bit better. You Mr. Faulkner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will, put you in the mix since your audio's working today, so you can speak to an attorney, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna put you back on mute in the meantime.
Okay.
And last person, whose number ends in 2122? Or is that 0122? 313-212-0122. Can you state your name, please? Can you state your name, please? The number 212-0122.
Carl Foxhall.
Can you say your last name again?
Foxhall.
Okay. I have you checked in. I'm gonna put you back on mute. Thank you. Mr. Marcus Johnson, I just connected you because of what you were doing on the call.
Huh?
I disconnected you on purpose because what you were doing on the video. We can all see you, just so you know, okay?
Yeah, I just came to better light and I didn't do anything, man. I'm just trying.
2017.
I just saw you with your tongue out, so I hung up.
Oh, yeah, I did look, I did do that. I was looking in the, sorry about that, Your Honor.
That's fine. I just want you to know we can all see you on YouTube Live, too.
Sorry about that.
I got you checked in now, okay?
Okay.
You missed the mean the other civil infractions.
It's up there, wrong, it's.
Yep. Okay. Are you ready on Mr. Flag?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. This is the People versus Anthony Dwayne Flag. Calling cases 437923, driving while license not valid, and 266866, no operator's license. Appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Gerald Ferry, P44630, on behalf of Anthony Flagg. Mr. Flagg, state your name,
Anthony Flagg.
if I may, Judge.
Please, yeah.
Your Honor, Mr. Flagg is here for an arraignment on the bench warrant. I believe he posted a bond, and I'd ask that any warrants be recalled, any capias be set aside.
Okay, I will do so.
Thank you. Your Honor, Mr. Flagg and I had a conversation. I also received a printout from the court clerk regarding several other civil infractions. And Mr. Flagg does contest some, not all the tickets, but most of the tickets. So therefore, we're simply asking for a pretrial date where the city attorney and prosecutor would be available.
Okay. Is he disputing the civil infractions or the cases that were called today?
Well, I believe both.
No, just the civil infractions, because these two I would have paid, but all them other ones I don't. Anything before 217, I don't have tickets because I have a clearance for it right now. I got a clearance from the 36th district.
If I may, Judge, I did explain to Mr. Flagg that according to the court's records, civil infractions appear to be in default.
Right.
Just want them cleared up much as I can.
I think everybody wants to today, Mr. Flag.
Because I received the clearance
Mr. Flag,
January.
Just give me a second, okay?
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll set a pretrial date for all the, I'm gonna have to set these for a formal hearing, for the ones that can be set.
That would be great, Judge. And if I may, Your Honor, do I take it that you are going to set aside the defaults on the civil infractions?
I haven't seen the cases yet. I just have the printout.
Okay.
But we'll honor that on the day of let's do a pretrial. So I will decide on the pretrial date if in fact they are attached to him and there's no issue, like there's someone else that they're supposed to be with. He's saying that he didn't get them. But I'll have them all printed out on the pretrial date, and I will set aside the defaults unless, I don't know why I would, unless the prosecutor objects to it.
I understand, Your Honor, and I think that's a good plan.
Okay. So Mr. Flagg, I'm going to set all of your cases for, let's see, we are in November 3rd.
November 3rd?
Yes. At 8:30 a.m., okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. So just zoom back in on November 3rd.
Okay,
All right. Have a good one.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let me make sure I attach this. These civil infractions, so they'll be ready to go. Okay, let's go to Mr. DJ Forbes.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the people versus DJ Malik Forbes. Calling cases P1091092, no insurance, and P1091091. Count 1, driving on shoulder. Count 2, passing on right, and count 3, improper right turn. Appearance.
Gerald Ferry on behalf of DJ Forbes. Mr. Forbes, state your name.
Name DJ Malik Forbes Jr.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Forbes is prepared to waive his rights, plead guilty, and he's asking the court to adopt the recommendation.
Mr. Forbes, did you provide insurance last time you were here?
Yeah, I sold it to you.
I thought so. I wrote it down on here.
If I may, Judge?
Sure.
I believe talking to Mr. Forbes, however, he believes that on this particular ticket, he was driving his mother's car. So the insurance he may have shown you, it probably belonged to a different vehicle. Is that correct, Mr. Forbes?
No, it belonged to that vehicle.
Oh, well, he didn't mention that, Judge.
Which vehicle did you have insurance for?
I got insurance for both of my cars, for the 2016 Chevy Equinox and for my Ford Focus. I got for both of them.
Okay. I have on here that you showed me proof on August 11th, actually.
Yeah, I did. Hold on. I can show you again, too.
You don't need to. I wrote it down. So I'll just dismiss the other 3 counts without prejudice.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Your Honor, just for clarification, all 4 counts are dismissed?
Yes, I actually dismissed, I don't know why it went back on the docket, but I already dismissed the no insurance back in August.
Okay, I understand. Mr. Forbes, you have a bond, Mr. Forbes?
Do I have a bond?
Yeah.
No.
You post money?
If you don't know what a bond is, you don't have one.
Yeah,
No,
okay. That's a good way of
So
putting
you're
it.
just Mr. Forbes.
All right. Thank you.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome. Thank you for wearing a collared shirt.
All right. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Okay, Mr. Lawrence James. Took your hat off, I see.
Yes, ma'am. I took your advice.
Thank you. Okay, so this is for one offer of 30 tickets to play. Are we ready on Mr. James?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, this is the people versus Lawrence Curtis James, calling cases 144-318-161, driving while license not valid on proper license, 144-64971, no operator's license on person, 104-043-881, failure to display a valid operator's license, and 094-504-821, failure to display a valid operator's license. Appearance?
Gerald Ferry on behalf of Lawrence Curtis James. State your name, sir.
Lawrence Curtis James.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. James is here for an arraignment. He, however, is waiving his right to entering a plea and asking the court to adopt the recommendation.
Okay, and that recommendation is for you to plead to one count, Mr. James, of failure to display a valid operator's license. Do you want to take that offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And with the understanding that 3 remaining counts will be dismissed, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to your attorney, Mr. Ferry, today about your rights and about your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you are actually guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you you understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down.
All right, cool.
And knowing that you're waiving that right to a trial, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'd like to bring your attention to March 26, 2014, around 12:05 p.m. in the area of Davidson and Livernois in the city of Detroit. Were you operating a 2001 Buick vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you doing so with an improper or invalid license?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will accept that guilty plea and amend the charge to failure to display and dismiss the remaining counts. Is there a stipulation of probable cause?
So stipulated.
And just for the record, 2 of the counts have been dismissed based off of the age of the ticket with the MOU with the state. I was able to do that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So for sentencing purposes, Mr. James, I'm going to waive your fines and costs. You don't have to pay anything today to the court, okay?
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
You said no problem. I know it's no problem.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, that's fine. I'm just messing with you.
Okay,
Do you have any
thank you.
questions?
Your Honor, Mr. James may have a bond. We'd ask that that be returned.
How much did you post, Mr. James?
Well, a couple months ago, I think I posted about 1,100, if not 1,100, 1,000, something in that. I know I spent about 1,500, and the lady at the desk told me 1,000 of that is probably about bonds.
Okay. Do you still live on Stout?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to apply your bond to your reinstatement fees, so you don't have to go through the trouble of doing it, and I'll have the balance returned to you in the mail. Okay.
Okay. So that means whatever I owe is gonna automatically be deducted from that.
Correct. For your reinstatement fees.
Or reinstatement fees. Okay, cool.
I waived your fines and costs with the court, so I typically it'd be about $290. So I waived those for you, and your reinstatement fees are for the Secretary of State, but I'm taking out of your bond, so you don't have to go through paying it.
Oh man, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have any other questions?
Not at the moment. So I mean, I just have before I get off this video conference,
Sure.
I'm not gonna owe any more money.
I can't guarantee that because I don't have your driving record, but everything that you had on the docket today, we just took care of, and you have a 0 balance now.
Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
You can check for yourself, give it about 48 hours. You can check on our website, 36districtcourt.org. You can Google it, it'll come right up. And just go ahead and look at your name and see if you have any outstanding balances. And if it has $45 next to it, that means that the reinstatement fees haven't been processed yet. So just give it a little more time, because I'm applying your bond to all of your reinstatement fees, okay?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Same to you.
Thank you. Okay, let's take care of Mr. Did you talk to Mr. Marcus Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor. We're ready on Mr. Johnson.
Okay. Go ahead and unmute your phone, Mr. Johnson. Okay, this is the people versus Johnson, calling case P1029920. Count 1, no insurance. Count 2, driving while license is not valid or improper license. Appearance?
Gerald Ferry on behalf of Marcus LaFont Johnson. Sir, state your name for the record.
Yes, Marcus LaFont Johnson. Good morning.
Good morning.
And if I may, Mr. Johnson's connection.
For using as a mirror. Sorry about that, Your Honor. In no way or form that was foolish.
That's fine, Mr. Johnson. I accept the problem.
If I may, Your Honor, Mr. Johnson's here for an arraignment. However, he's waiving his rights. He's going to be entering a plea. We're asking the court to adopt the recommendation.
Okay, and that'll be for 1 count of failure to display a valid operator's license, which is a 0-point offense. Is that your understanding of the offer, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Ferry in private about your case today?
Your Honor.
Did you say yes? Your audio is a little choppy.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
Yes.
Did someone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea? Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand, Mr. Johnson, pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and knowing that you're waiving that right, do you want to continue and plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm almost done. I'd like to bring your attention to October 3rd, 2019, around 11:24 a.m. in the area of 7 Mile and Coyle in the city of Detroit. Were you operating a 2006 Chevy vehicle with an invalid license?
Yes, I was, Your Honor.
Satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm satisfied.
I will dismiss the remaining count. Is there stipulation of probable cause?
So stipulated.
Okay, and for sentencing purposes, Mr. Johnson, I'm waiving your fines and costs and bring your balance to zero, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Johnson also, like the previous, he may have a bond.
Okay. Did you post the bond, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, I posted the bond for 270 twice for both tickets.
Okay, I'll apply your bond to reinstatement fees and the balance will be returned to you in the mail.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You have a good rest of your day.
And I apologize, Your Honor.
You fine. Yep, and I'm getting ready to put them in the breakout room. Okay, Mr. Fenderson, I have an offer for his case.
Yes, what's the name again, Judge?
Damon Fenderson.
1 second, please.
Okay. And Mr. Fenderson, go ahead and accept the invitation to go into a breakout room. There we go.
Oh, I see him, Judge. I was looking at.
The offer will be for failure to display.
Okay, Your Honor.
And I'm gonna run, I have to get offers on a couple other cases. Some of them aren't ready.
That's fine. I'll talk to Mr. Fenderson right now. Thank you.
Okay. So Mr. Walker, I have Larry Jones. Shannon, she has to.
I haven't seen her this morning. Let me go look, let me peek in.
You know why I don't want you to go.
I'm gonna peek in there and see if I see her.
I was looking at the view there.
I forgot what I was here for. I was like, oh, I got earphones. I'm gonna do better now. This is my card. Do better, I'll be able to rename them by the time you come in. I don't know what made me click it.
I mean, you did a lot. That was helpful.
I was like, I'm trying to click on there. I don't know. It made a difference.
Well, like if I leave, you can. You.
You know,
Huh?
She's not in there.
Okay, I'm gonna go down home.
That's Sabree's courtroom.
Try to find the prosecutor.
Hey, how you doing? Does you need, you see me? Is she off today since I heard her? She might be off tomorrow. I don't see it.
She's
You want
on
me to call
usually
her?
Fridays.
You want to text her?
Yeah.
Or do you want to call the prosecutor's office?
Just,
Text her. Hey, Don, how you doing? I can hear you. Okay. Alright.
I'm just gonna go next door just to see if it's right.
Hold on, just a second. So I could, okay, hold on. Okay, what's the case number? Okay. Mhm. I don't, this lady is not ringing anything up. This is me. I have to ask Jessica Sabree, we better sneak out. But, let's see, she was just here, she's going to talk to the prosecutor back. As soon as she comes back, what we'll do is ask her, how often do you want to screen into the court date, right? I can ask her, 'cause this is my furlough day, so I don't know what she been by, but I can ask. Oh. Yeah, this is a different court. I mean, this is a different clerk, but I can ask Jessica Breeze, no problem. Okay. Bye-bye. No, you're welcome.
Mr.
Oh, this is. Mr. Johnson, Judge Sabree is off the bench. How can I help you?
I didn't mention anything. Everything was good because
Your audio is horrible. It sounds like you're underwater. We can't understand you, and you keep freezing on the screen. The connection is horrible.
I got a prosecutor.
Judge Sabree, Mr. Marcus is back. We can't hear him. It almost sounds like he's underwater, Your Honor.
What do you need?
I couldn't make it out. It was very distorted, and
Mr. Johnson, what do you need? He hasn't left.
he called his car back.
I'm away from my
Well,
okay, we ready?
It looks like he left.
You said, I didn't hear you, Mr. Gray. What'd you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like Mr. Johnson left. So
Yeah.
he may have just was having a problem, whatever you call it.
He can call the court if he has some questions at this point.
Right.
So, we don't have a court reporter right now, so I'm gonna put you in with, Mr. It's Foxhall. Mr. Foxhall, let's see if your audio is working. You can unmute your phone, Mr. Foxhall.
You're saying the judge spoke with you over the phone. You were unclear of what the judge instructed.
And Mr. Foxhall is not responding.
What's your name, man?
So let's do Mr. Faulkner. He's the first on the docket.
Okay.
And
See.
Hello? This is the call. Oh,
Mr.
call.
Foxhall. Okay, let's take care of him while his audio is working. Mr. Foxhall, I'm gonna put you into what we call a breakout room to speak to Attorney Ferry about your case in private, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Do that, wow.
Hello?
Okay, he's in the breakout room.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get the offer.
Yep, it's actually as charged. There's no
Now,
offer.
And I'm assuming that's operating while intoxicated,
Yes.
not impaired, because I just have OWI. Okay, thank you, Judge. I'll talk to him.
Okay, let me change. I think I had you in the wrong breakout room. Oh, no, you're in the right one. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
And you're actually calling me to ask me what? You asking me what happened on your court proceeding, ma'am?
And to Miss Yanni Jones and Larry Jones, I'm just waiting on the offer. You don't need to unmute your phone. We're waiting on the offer next door. The prosecutor's right on up for the vote to go.
You can look up online at your own discretion. You don't own anything. Okay.
Somebody said
Destiny back.
She really wanted me to make consent. She thought that when she kept muting me, I said, "You tell me the judge." I had you on the phone and kept muting you. Yesterday I was thinking that somewhere. Why did you let me talk to you? I didn't want you to. It's Thursday. I can't.
I'm trying to find out.
oh,
Cause my
not talking to me. They go, oh, well, I just didn't hear you on my phone.
I said, so she would take the time to talk to you on the phone.
What I did do to my phone. Mr. Johnson, what's going on? You're back.
oh, I was making sure that you all heard me. I had a bad reception.
You are all good to go, Mr. Johnson. I know you want to hang out with us
Okay.
the rest of the day, but
No, I know you got business to take care of. Have a wonderful day, Your Honor, and thank you so much.
you're welcome. You too.
Like,
You just kept calling back.
He's
Like,
like,
I just want to make sure you
today.
know. Just want to talk to you a little bit
Like,
longer.
Not today.
I try to get these squares out too. Mr. Frenison, are you going to take the offer? Just curious.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so I can at least fill out some stuff while we're waiting. Did you post the bond?
Yes.
How much?
Let me look at this paper again. 240.
Okay. Do you still live on Superior?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you took care of the stuff ahead of hand, so I already have it on here to apply your bond to your reinstatement fees, and I'll have the balance returned to you in the mail. After we get through the plea, I'll say that, but I'm just doing some preliminary questions.
Okay.
Okay. I'm getting Mr. Foxhall out of the, there we go, he's out of the breakout room.
Okay. We're ready on Mr. Foxhole if you'd like.
Sure. Okay, calling case D806-7371, the people versus Carl Foxhall, one kind of operating while intoxicated appearance.
Good morning again, Judge Gerald Ferry on behalf of Carl Edward Foxhole Jr. State your name, sir.
Carl Edward Foxhall Jr.
If I may, Your Honor, Mr. Foxhall is here for a pretrial, and as the court is aware, these are serious charges. The prosecutor or city attorney does not appear to make any offers at this time, so we're simply asking the court to set a trial date.
Okay.
Judge, can we keep that last week in October? 29th or 30th? Please. Running out of November, whatever day, Judge. You said, what you want? Not yet. I gotta switch it up. Thank you. I got it. Please don't. Oh, I can switch it too because it's okay.
Right. November 10th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Will that be by Zoom, Your Honor, or we don't know yet?
We're gonna assume by Zoom, based off of the way things are going.
Yes?
And Mr. Foxhall, if something changes, you'll get a notification in the mail to come into court. But I don't think anybody will be coming into court anytime soon on these cases.
Okay, I understand. Mr. Foxhall, you know what you need to do is zoom back in on that date, the same Zoom.
Okay?
Did you hear your trial date?
Yes, I did. November 10th, 8:30.
There you go. Okay, you have any questions?
No, I do not.
All right, you're all set. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, let's do Mr. Fenderson. Calling case SP 104-59273, the people versus Damon Lee Fenderson, 1 count of driving while license suspended. Appearance?
Gerald Ferry on behalf of Damon Lee Fenderson. State your name, sir. Mr. Fenderson.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up, Damon Ferguson.
If I may, Your Honor, Mr. Fenderson is here for an arraignment. However, he's waiving his rights, pleading guilty, and asking the court to adopt the recommendation.
Is that correct, Mr. Fenderson? You're going to plead guilty today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Ferry in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial? Do you understand you're waiving your right to a trial, Mr. Fenderson?
Yes.
Knowing that you're waiving that right, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to bring your attention to, thank you. I'd like to bring your attention to December 5th, 2019, around 1:04 p.m. in the area of Gratiot and Woodlawn in the city of Detroit. We're operating a 2015 Ford vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Yes.
Satisfied?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, I will amend the charge of failure to display. I am going to waive your fines and costs, Mr. Fenderson. We already discussed off the record that you posted a bond. I will apply your bond to your reinstatement fees and have the balance returned to you in the mail. Anything else for sentencing purposes?
Nope.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fenderson.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you.
One, he says going upstairs for the other.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we have Ms. Yanni Jones' case ready.
Okay.
So the offer is to plead to 2 and 3 to be dismissed. So let's see. So the 2 that she's to plead to end in 498 and 499.
Hold on. Oh, I see. Sure. I see him.
Okay. Now, Mr. Ferry, after speaking to your client, if she has licenses and she has vaccinated dogs, I will amend the offer.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Jones, I'm going to put you into a breakout room to speak to Mr. Ferry about your cases, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
No, the whole, like, Roscoe Jenkins Junior the third.
Okay.
You can't be a junior the third. No.
That's different.
Outside of your visual, which actually matters. Oh, no.
Two people called me.
Didn't matter. I'll tell them. I'll let them. Okay, are we ready on Ms. Jones?
Yeah, kind of, Judge. If I could just,
Yeah, go ahead.
it appears that Ms. Jones does have the proper paperwork as to the license and the vaccination. So according to what you just said, that we should be able to maybe resolve all of these matters. However, I guess Ms. Jones picked up some traffic tickets and she has a court date of November 21st on those, and she's wondering if it's possible somehow. I know it's asking a lot, but she's asking if somehow we could pull those tickets.
Okay, so how about, let's see first. Did Ms. Yanni Jones just court date or did she just?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Can you check Ms. Yanni Jones' case?
Yes, she
has
has
traffic cases.
Okay. Bless you.
To see if, she just missed the court date or that was her first date for traffic.
So,
Not the dog case. This should be something that's gotta go.
a vicious animal?
Not, no, we gotta protect. So it'll be something else.
I see some warrants here for a dog at large, same.
Same. What about the improper?
This one, is this it, Judge? There's no court date, Judge. Is there warrant status?
She said she had a November court date. What's the charge, Ms. Jones, for your November court date?
section.
Ms. Wells, Officer Chapman, that's just Sabree's officer, will be down to see you at the front door.
I believe it's for a dangerous dog or improper it's dangerous dog, I think in improper not showing a proper license.
So it's another dog, some more dog cases.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I thought she was talking about improper driving license. I thought it was a traffic ticket.
No, I have those too. I was trying to see if she could take care of all of them today because I just know I got a court date with her on the 21st.
You got a lot of cases on the computer screen. I'm trying to figure out, do you know which one you're scheduled for November? So we don't have to go through each one to find out.
No, ma'am, I don't. I just know that I got another court date with you on the 21st of November. I mean, the 21st of October. I'm sorry.
Oh, she said November.
It's October, 21st of October.
Vicious animal. For October 21st, Judge?
So it's a vicious animal charge.
It's a couple of like tickets. And I think it's one improper, like not showing a license.
I don't see anything.
What about that one? You have one in warrant status for improper license.
I have what, ma'am?
You have one case in warrant status for improper license that you never took care of from 2019.
I thought I just paid, because I just paid like maybe 6 tickets in July when they had the amnesty.
You can't pay off tickets that are misdemeanors. You have to come to court for those.
If I may, you may be mistaking her bond. A lot of my clients think when they pay a bond, they're paying their tickets. But may I make a suggestion, Your Honor?
Sure.
Ms. Jones is actually here on an arraignment on the bench warrant. Would it be possible to just set aside those bench warrants and maybe we should package these up on October the 21st?
Oh, I was going, that's exactly what I was going to do.
Oh.
As far as packaging it all together. But I was trying to find a closer date, but October 21st that's a close date these days. We're scheduling almost out into December right now.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, if that's what the court's inclined to do, I would have no objection. I think that's would be beneficial to my client.
Ms. Jones, what I need you to do in the meantime is email to the court proof that you have had vaccination and you also have a license for your dogs. So that on your pretrial date, we don't have to go through you sending an email or determining whether or not you're in compliance, okay?
Okay, what about getting my dogs back? Do I have a court date for that?
There's no court date to get your dogs back. So what happens is after you resolve the matters, so where are they with animal control?
Yes, ma'am. Detroit Animal Care and Control.
So until these matters are taken care of, you're not gonna be able to get the dogs back.
I don't know how it's supposed to be going, but they had them for like 6 months, and they just keep saying that the judge gonna let me know. So I'm like, I was waiting to see what's going.
October 21st, I will be able to let you know whether or not you can get your dogs back on that date. Depends on if you're in compliance. And I may have animal control call in to provide more detail because I just have that you didn't vaccinate or you didn't license your dogs. Because usually if you just needed to be in compliance, they would let you get into compliance and give your dogs back. So I don't know what's going on.
No, my dogs killed the dogs.
Okay, I don't want you to talk about anything that happened on that day.
Okay.
Or what's been going on. But let's set a pretrial date. We'll do October 21st with all your stuff. You email me. I'm going to send you an email address right now to send everything that would help you as far as proving that you are in compliance with the ordinances for the city as far as having your dogs in compliance. How many dogs are there?
So,
And they're both not with you right now?
no, ma'am.
Okay. I'm probably gonna have animal control call into on that day. So we can,
Okay.
have some clarity. Oh, yeah, there's some more. Okay, so, let's see here. I'll set aside all your warrants, Ms. Jones, okay? So you won't have any warrants out for your arrest, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You need to show back up on October 21st, 8:30 a.m. Otherwise, a warrant will be back out and issued, okay?
Yes. Can we take care of the improper license? Because I really want my license.
Well, that's not on the docket today, so you're gonna have to wait, okay?
Okay.
So just, I'm gonna put you on mute. You gotta take care of Mr. Jones and Mr. Faulkner, and then we'll get back to that, because that wasn't on the docket. Just hang tight. Mr. Jones, they still have your case upstairs. I don't know what they're debating, but they're still making an offer for you. So I'm gonna put you in with Mr. Faulkner, Mr. Ferry.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Faulkner, go ahead and go into the breakout room. And the offers for failure to display improper plates. The rest to be dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Faulkner, do you see the invitation to go into a breakout room?
Nah, how do I do that?
Sorry, I closed the room so that Mr. Faulkner could see the invitation pop up.
Oh, okay, not a problem.
Do you see it, Mr. Faulkner?
Not yet. Oh, yeah. One away.
Should I go ahead and join, Judge? Yeah, okay, thank you.
If I made it. What's going on with Mr. Jones' case? Mr. Jones, I'm gonna unmute you. Can you unmute your phone? Did you get arraigned on this case already?
No, ma'am. Just this is my arraignment.
That's what I'm wondering why you have a 9 o'clock arraignment. We usually do arraignments at 1:30. So I was wondering if that was a mistake, if you had already been arraigned or not.
Do I need to call back at 1?
No, I don't want to waste any more of your time today. If by the time we get done with everyone, that there's still no offer, I'm going to go ahead and arraign you and set a pretrial date 2 weeks out. Versus, we're in November, I'll set one 2 weeks out, and by the time there'll be an offer, and, when you come back for your pretrial date, you can either plead guilty or set it for your trial.
Am I coming back on Zoom or coming down to the court?
It'll be on Zoom.
Okay. So right now I'm just waiting.
We're waiting to see if we can get an offer today, and just in case you want to resolve it, but, it's not looking too good, really. I don't know what's going on. You know, we have people on furlough, people not here. Ms. Jones, just stay in this room. You don't have to go to the breakout room.
Okay.
Ms. Jones, did you see the email I sent it to you in the chat?
It's in the what? Where is that?
I sent you my email address to the court that you can, during, in the meantime, over the next couple of weeks, send over the paperwork showing you were in compliance or, had vaccinations.
Where do I see the email at?
In your chat sections on the bottom, you should have like a little bubble that says you have one message or.
Oh, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, let's get Mr. Faulkner out of the breakout room. And Mr. Ferry, I told Mr. Jones, since it's just his arraignment date,
Right.
and there's still no offer, that I would set an earlier pretrial for him 2 weeks out, and the offer will be there by that time, and then we can resolve it or set a trial date, so he won't have to keep waiting.
And I appreciate that, Judge. And in all honesty, I saw that it was an arraignment, and I would have probably advised him to set it for a pretrial anyway, due to the seriousness of the charge, without me actually looking at the file or, you know what I mean? So I think that makes sense, Judge.
Okay. Do you want to speak to him now or after we handle Mr. Faulkner?
Whatever the court would like.
Let's get Mr. Jones in the breakout room so we can be done with breakout rooms.
Sure.
And I'm going to move you to room 2. And
All
Mr.
right.
Jones, go ahead and accept the invitation and go ahead and go into breakout room 2. And nobody else needs to go into the breakout room. Oh, she
All
already
right.
went.
Can I go now, Judge?
Yep.
Okay.
Ms. Jones, just stay still, okay? You don't have to go into the breakout. Mr. Faulkner, are you going to take the offer?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
I might need you to almost yell when we get on the record because I can barely hear you.
You barely can hear me? Yes,
Barely.
I'll take the offer.
Okay. It's
Did you
fine.
get it?
I'm just going to have to turn the volume all the way up.
Okay.
hear me loud and clear now?
It's still quiet, but I can at least understand. I can understand your words. That's more important.
Okay.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm from the procurement department.
Yeah.
We had a letter that went out in the mail. I was sorting, and it kind of got snagged in our machine. Yeah, I was gonna ask you if maybe people reprint me.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for bringing it back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know they got to get in there.
Yeah.
Report.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I'll do it and bring it back over.
Okay.
Okay.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Jones was having a problem. Oh, there he is. Thank you. He was having a problem leaving the room, but I guess, thank you.
Okay, let's go ahead and arraign Mr. Jones.
Sure.
Calling case Z8067521, the people versus Larry Darnell Jones, one count of operating with the BAC of .17 or more. Appearance?
Good morning again, Gerald Ferry on behalf of Larry Darnell Jones. Sir, could you please state your name for the record?
Larry Darnell Jones.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, I had an opportunity to discuss the charge with my client. So at this point, we're waiving the formal reading and we're entering a plea of not guilty, requesting a pretrial date.
Okay, so I will enter not guilty plea and set a pretrial date 2 weeks out, as I stated, to September 25th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
September when?
25th.
25th?
Yes.
Thank you.
You have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set. Have a good day.
You too. Have a blessed one.
Thank you. I don't have his file. I don't know what they did with it, but I wrote down the notes.
I'm sorry, Jay.
They took the file upstairs.
Okay.
Okay, let's take care of Mr. Faulkner.
Sure.
Get the remote, turn the volume. Okay, the people versus Robert Faulkner, calling cases 474-141, count 1, driver's license expired, count 2, no insurance, 438-898, no operator's license, count 2, no insurance, and P 829601, driver's license expired, and count 2, no insurance. Appearance?
Gerald Ferry on behalf of Robert Earl Faulkner. Please state your name, sir.
Robert Earl Faulkner.
Your Honor, Mr. Faulkner is here for an arraignment. However, he wishes to waive his rights. He's going to enter a plea of guilty, and he's asking the court to adopt the recommendation.
Okay, Mr. Faulkner, the recommendation is for you to plead to 2 counts, 0-point offenses of improper plates and failure to display a valid operator's license. Is that what you want to plead guilty to?
Yes.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, did you have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Ferry in private about your case today?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
You mean yes?
Yes.
You understand, Mr. Faulkner, that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're waiving that right, do you want to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
I'd like to bring your attention to April 3rd, 2018, around 3:25 p.m. in the area of Westphalia and 7 Mile in the city of Detroit. Were you operating a 1997 Buick vehicle?
Yes.
Was your license expired and did you not have insurance on that vehicle?
Yes.
Satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will accept both guilty pleas and amend the charges as we discussed and dismiss the remaining counts before the court. Is there a stipulation of probable cause?
Yes, Your Honor, so stipulated.
Okay, I'm going to waive your fines and costs, Mr. Faulkner. I will apply any bond that you have to your reinstatement fees and have the balance returned to you. Anything else for sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Faulkner, you're all set? You have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all done. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, you too.
Thanks. Okay, so we pulled Ms. Jones' driving while license not valid on improper license case.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I can offer failure to display for that, and then set the rest of her dog cases for October 21st for a pretrial.
Ms. Jones, you want to enter a plea to a no point offense of not having a valid license on your person?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
I believe we're ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay. Calling case SP 9753001, the people versus Yanni Jones, 1 count of driving while license not valid or improper license. Appearance.
Gerald Ferry, on behalf of Yanni Jones, state your name, please.
Yanni Jones.
If I may, Your Honor, Ms. Jones is, we'd ask that, per our previous discussion, Ms. Jones is prepared to waive her rights, Your Honor. She's entering a plea of guilty and asking the court to adopt the recommendation.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand, Ms. Jones?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to say is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Ferry about your cases today?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty? You can put your hand down.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand, Ms. Jones, pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that you're waiving your right to a trial, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Jones, I'd like to bring your attention to March 1st, 2019, around 4:49 p.m. near Grand River and Beaverland in the city of Detroit. Were you operating a 2019 Ford vehicle without a valid license?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will accept your guilty plea, Ms. Jones. I will amend the charge to the 0-point offense of failure to display. I'm going to waive your fines and costs for the count you pled guilty to today. That'll save you about $250. You don't have any warrants, so you don't have to worry about going to jail for your cases, but you have to show up on Zoom on October 21st to take care of all of your dog cases, okay?
Yes, ma'am. At 1:30, right?
No, at 8:30.
Okay.
8:30. It's a pre-trial, so it's in the morning, 8:30.
Okay.
And send anything you have for compliance purposes to the email address that I sent you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No. So I don't have nothing as far as on my driving now, as far as tickets.
I don't have your driving record unless there's some other stuff in other jurisdictions. You should have it clear, but you can always check on our website to see. 36districtcourt.com. But as far as misdemeanors, when you have to come before a judge, you're done with those for traffic. Okay?
Okay.
But there may be some speeding ticket you never took care of. But just check on our website. You can just pay those online and get those taken care of. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Anything
you.
else? You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.